દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાન અસીમ
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો. દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
લેચાબેન ગાઓ. દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકારો.
દાદા ભગવાનના અસીમ જય જયકાર હો.
દાદા ભગવાનના असीम जय जयकार हो। दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना
बोलो मैं
सिंह जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना सिंह जय जयकार हो।
दादा भगवान ना असीम 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 जय जयकार हो।
दादा
जय
भगवान असीम जय जयकार हो। जय सच्चिदानंद।
Jai Sachidanand. Thank
जय
you.
सच्चिदानंद।
Saileshanandji. Saileshanandji.
Happened, we lost him.
Saileshanandji. Okay.
जय
Three
Jai
mantra, please.
Sachchidanand.
या नमो वीतरागाय
Namo
नमः
Vitragaya.
नमो अरिहंताणं
नमो
Namo
हरिहंत
Arihantanam.
नमो सिद्धाणं
Namo
नमो
Siddhanam.
सिद्धां
नमो आयर्याणं
Namo
नमो
Ayariyanam.
आर्याणं
नमो वत्सायाणं
नमो
Namo Vajjayanam.
वरं
नमो लोये सवसाणं
Namo
नमो
Loi
लोके सब
Savasahunam.
ऐसो पंचनमुक्कारो
एसो
Eso Panchanamukkaro.
संपावपणासनो
सब
Savapavapanasano.
मंगलाणं च सौवेसिं
मंगलाना
Mangalanam Chasavesim.
पद्मं हवै मंगलम्
परमं
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम
Om
नमो
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ॐ नमः शिवाय
ओम
Om Namah Shivaya.
जय सच्चिदानंद
जय
Jai Sachchidanand.
सच्चिदानंद।
Jai Sachidanand. Saileshanandji, last week we Lalita Ben had brought some Gujarati Agna 3 and 4, and we need some and we need continuation of that. So I will share it. Lalita Ben, you to help me out.
Rajendra, we had just gone through one and we had gone to point 4 on number 1.
Rajniji, Jai Sachidanand.
Okay. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, can I ask a little bit another thing regarding today's satsang in WhatsApp came regarding Buddhi, some a little it is in Gujarati, I couldn't understand.
No, we can do it later. Let's finish the first one first. Then we'll come back to you, Kashyap.
Okay, fine. And I would request, if possible, put clipping of this. This is very good. Put clipping if possible. Like you put.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh, okay. I got it. Benjamin, I need help. Which one we did and we did not do.
Okay, I'll tell you, we stopped on Agnya 1 stopped at point number 4.
Number 4. Okay, let me check. Get there. Okay, this is number 3. Number 3. Number 3. All of them are showing number 3. So let me share it and then. Not showing up share. Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Did you get it?
Is this the one?
No, this is 3G Agnya.
Right. You're talking about 4th, right?
No, we are doing Pehli and BG.
Oh, Peli and BG. I didn't see Peli and BG. Let me
Yeah, I sent it to you. It's kind of like this, if you can see.
last Sunday you sent it, right?
Yeah, I sent you all 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. It says 3G Agna. So,
No, we are on still first Agna. So you need to scroll back up to pull the others.
okay. In the meantime, Kashyap, go ahead and you want first or second or third or fourth, right? Which one you want?
We were still on number 1. We haven't gotten to the
Okay.
others. So if we could just finish those points, that would be good.
Okay, Kashyap, go ahead. I don't know why I cannot get it.
I'll send it to you again then.
Okay.
Okay, I will ask a question. I have opened that also. I will share that first and second file I have. I will
Okay,
share.
okay. Please do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just I will ask one thing and then I will share that. Jai Sachidan everyone, Jai Sachidan Rajniji, Jai Sachidan Saileshanandji. This is from Aswani 10 Uttarat. Actually, this came into this regarding Buddhi. So in the pink, which I didn't understand regarding the Buddhi, Dada is trying to explain. जो अवलु थवानु होए तो बुद्धि अवलु दिखाड़े, सबलु थवानु होए तो सबलु दिखाड़े. I will read, then you can little bit translate the summary and explain, please. એ સબલું દિખાડે ત્યાં દસેડીને લઈ
I came to get this book.
જાત જાતના પુરાવા આપના આપે. એક વાર તો આ અવલું દેખાડે છે એટલી દૃષ્ટિ જ પહોંચવી અઘરી છે. પેલાને તો જેવી બુદ્ધિ ફરે એમ એમ ફર્યા કરે, પણ જે હાઈ લેવલ પર ગયેલા છે તેની દૃષ્ટિ પહોંચી કે આ અવલું દેખાડે છે એટલે એના પરથી હિસાબ કાઢે મારું ઊંધું થવાનું છે. આના પરથી ભવિષ્ય કાઢે કે મારું ઊંધું થવાનું છે. વિનાશ કાલે વિપરીત બુદ્ધિ કેવું સરસ લખ્યું છે ને. અને તે બુદ્ધિ પાછા આપની સત્તામાં હોતી નથી, તે કર્મો અનુસારીની છે. તમારા કર્મના ઉદય પ્રમાણે થયા કરે. ઘણીવાર બુદ્ધિ ચકચકિત. I don't know the meaning. I wrote this meaning. Clear Prakash is correct or not. થાય ઘણીવાર બુદ્ધિ બગડી જાય. બુદ્ધિ બગડી જાય એટલે જાણવું કે આ બગડવાનું વખત આવ્યા છે. ત્યારે બુદ્ધિ સુધરે ત્યાં સુધી $1 નહીં હોય તોય વાંધો નથી, પણ સારો કાલ આવવાનો છે, પણ બુદ્ધિ ચોખ્ખી હોવી જોઈએ. વિનાશો વિનશ્યત બુદ્ધિ નાશો વિનશ્યતિ. હવે બુદ્ધિ બગડી ત્યારથી સમજી જવાનું કે ભૂકો કરી નાખશે. અમે સુધારવા માંગીએ છીએ, બધું કુદરત એવું નહીં કરે ને ભૂકો કાઢી પછી સેટ હોવું જોઈએ તેવું લાવશે. So what is saying that the vinash kale viprit buddhi. So on that the theme is that the buddhi is not in our own control. So it is in the karam emergence of the karam, uday of the karam. So this I want to understand. Please explain.
So as such, the buddhi is the indirect light coming through the medium of ego, and as such the whole dravya karma, that is the discharging inner eye of our relative inner self, antaskaran, is operational. So it is something like that. In the past history, we have so many examples of this. For example, Sita was allured by that a deer, golden deer, and force rather Ram to go after that. So this is one example ki the all negative or destroying was to come. Similarly, there are many such examples. Even Ravan got the different buddhi or decisions to bring Sita and not to leave her. So in our own life also, so many times we can go to simple examples that sometimes our intellect, means relative inner self, tells us that, oh, it's not worthwhile keeping relation with this person, or it makes us break even with our brothers or sisters. So buddhi and backed by that function, even ego takes up that. So this is the viparita buddhi, or the adversely affecting discharging light, which doesn't allow us to remain peaceful, doesn't allow others to remain peaceful. But again, this is as per our karmic udayas. So sometimes if the karmic effects or the discharge karma's result is going to be good, we'll get all the correct or positive buddhi working, or the intellect working. And if it goes haywire or negative, then we can understand that something going to come ahead will be adverse or a negative or something like that. Now, for Mahatmas, there is one additional light which is working, which is the Prajna Shakti light. And that Prajna Shakti light may even guide this buddhi or discharge part or whatever is happening. So sometimes may not be totally avoidable, but by and large, it is much moderated or modified by the prajna light. Because if the viparit buddhi tells us that, no, I don't want to keep relation with this person, then the prajna says, no, see Shuddhatma, see relative real, keep sambhav, so brings us back. If the relative or viparit buddhi is guiding us something where somebody is to be hurt, then the prajna tells, no, this is not my way. Dispose the things amicably with equanimity or sambhav se niptara kariye. So this is more pertaining to how the discharged mind, body, speech functions, and how the discharging light of intellect works according to the karmic udayas, positive or negative, punya or pap. But for Mahatmas, as I said, in the light of Prajna Shakti, a lot of things can be moderated at least. So this
What
is
is
how I
chak?
understand.
Chak, it means it is clear to see.
Shining well, showing us good, clear decisions. Shining well. Chak it means shining.
What it says, ત્યારે બુદ્ધિ સુધરે ત્યાં સુધી $1 નહીં હોય તે વાંધો નહીં.
Yes, means if our intellect and relative inner self Antaskarana is working positively and in a correct direction, even if we don't have the physical wealth, we should not be worried, because that's the sign that the time ahead is going to come good. That's what.
And at the last it says that we try to rectify things, but sometimes
Yes.
that Vyavasthit tries to make it a new construction and then new creation, like that something is saying, no?
Dada Bhagwan, in his absolute knowledge light, which the nature make him the instrument, is trying to give the world correct understanding, wishes that the whole world may have peace and harmony, and few may have the way to liberation. But how many people is listening to him? So that's what he's saying, or he's seeing that we are trying to give correct understanding. We are trying to make the buddhi in light of correct understanding, if the buddhi or intellect also works correctly. But the people are not listening, and very few are here who really took the advantage of the understanding of Dada Bhagwan's science, or very still in a large number of this world, very few are trying to, or it has reached to the fewer hearts. So that's what the natural mechanism is going on. And that's why the things, see, look at the present situation. It's any moment the missiles and atomic warheads may fire, and the whole world, large part of the world may get self-destroyed. That's the viparit, or adversely affecting intellect. Intellect working only for ego, and so hardly anything to be achieved for what? But then this is what the nature's. nature is
ભૂકો
working.
કાઢીને પછી exact હોવું
Yes,
જોઈએ.
Bhukokari means destruction. There will be evident physical or relative destruction, and then the new world will be created, or the new system or the new things will be created. Something like that. So that's what he can see, that this is the way it is going to happen in the world.
Yes, I got it. Thank you. I will share now the other
No,
one.
no, I got it. I'll show it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Saileshanandji, can you read it? Or I'm trying.
A very small prints are difficult to read.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it bigger.
Yeah, somewhat bigger.
Yeah. Okay.
No, yes, make it little smaller. Yeah, that should be okay.
No problem.
That should be okay. Yeah.
Then I એક મિનિટ મારે
This is also okay for me.
No, photo છે એટલે આવ્યું તું મેં. ઓકે, આટલું જ કરી શકાશે.
That's okay.
Okay, fine. Okay.
So, yes.
Lalitabhen, right?
We've done 1 to 4.
Okay, 1 to 4.
Okay, we did it, right?
Yeah, we've done that. We need to
Okay.
go on to 5.
Okay. Peruse number 4, then I'll shift down.
Do you want to read me or go straight away to 5?
તમારી જાતે કરો, and just you know what the first 4 are.
Yeah, I have seen.
Okay.
Okay. So just a quick recap of what the 4 points Dr. Lalita ji is saying that they are taken up. First is શુદ્ધાત્મા જોવા છે, આજ્ઞા જ પાડવી જ છે, એવો દ્રઢ નિશ્ચય કરવો. કમ વોટ મેં જ્ઞાની આકાશ પડી જાય તો પણ જ્ઞાની પુરુષ જેવો આત્માનો સ્પષ્ટ અનુભવ કરવો છે. So here we are deciding that in all the different passing phases, I must see relative and real, that is the real or Shuddhatma in everybody whom I come across. So second point is સતત જાગૃતિ. એક સેકન્ડ પણ શુદ્ધાત્મા જોયા વગરની જવા ન દેવી જોઈએ. ગ્રેબ એવરી ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી ટુ સી શુદ્ધાત્મા ઘરની વ્યક્તિમાં, ઝાડમાં, જનાવરમાં વગેરે. Meaning thereby, whenever my relative vision is seeing anything going outside, then I should try to see relative real, that is Shuddhatma, right from the people in my means my near and dear ones at home, and everybody whom I come across during the day or in the trees and other things. So the whole idea of this is to maintain the Shuddhupyog. Shuddhupyog is when I'm seeing outside, I'm seeing Shuddhatma in everybody, everything, or trees and other things. And when I'm looking inside, I'm looking at my file 1 as an overend seer. Third is ચુકાયેલું પછીથી જોવું પ્રતિક્રમણ. સો નવરો પડે ત્યારે જ્યાં શુદ્ધાત્મા જોવાનું ચુકાઈ ગયું છે ત્યાં યાદ કરીને શુદ્ધાત્મા જોઈ લેવા, આજ્ઞા ચૂક્યાના પ્રતિક્રમણ કરવા. This is a very vital point, because if we see, whenever we have free time, and most of us have free time because the relative retirement has come, so from morning to afternoon, we may have missed many time to see relative and real Shuddhatma. So we should go back and review that film wherein we have missed to see the Shuddhatma. Same thing in the evening or at night. So whenever we have inner time, and then we should go back and see review the film, okay, where I have missed this Shuddhupyog, or I have missed to see the Shuddhatma. And the fourth point is whenever we are free, even if we have 10 minutes, so we should do Shuddhatma Jovani Samayik Karvi. Means many times we have talked on this, that Dada Bhagwan used to make us sit and say that, okay, close your eyes, pray that I want to see relative real in all my files. So many files will come, just we see the relative photo in the chit and see the Shuddhatma. So likewise, in 10 minutes also, we can see 100, 200 files. Or we can see that, hey, Dada Bhagwan, please give me the uh, inner energy to see Shuddhatma in everyone whom I come across from morning to evening, and at the same time, wherever I am missing. So, likewise, if we do the Samahik, the inner covering layers will get removed, and we will be able to remain in that Shuddha Upyog more and more and effortlessly. So, these were the 4 points. Now, let's say go to fifth point as Dr. Lalita ji is saying, આંતર રટણ હું શુદ્ધાત્મા છુંનું સતત રટણ કરવું ઘરમાં જેમ પદની સીડી વાગતી હોય તેમ હું ઉઠતાની સાથે હું શુદ્ધાત્મા છુંની સીડી ચાલુ કરી દેવી. This is for our inner awareness that whenever I have inner time, as soon as my chit is free from file, I just reiterate my Siddhastuti or Shuddhatma Gun that I am Shuddhatma Chu, I am pure soul self, I am utmost pure soul self, I am like Param Jyoti Swarup Siddha Bhagwan and whatever. So as we keep on saying inside Shuddhatma, I am Shuddhatma, I am pure soul self with its different qualities, that also is a Shuddha Upyog. It gets charged and the Pudgal clouds get dispersed. So this is the idea of the fifth point, that whenever our inner self. So Kaviraj wrote in one pad, કે ફાઇલ ઉકલતા 1 મિનિટ પણ સેવો નહીં પ્રમાદ શુદ્ધ નિજાત્મામાં શુદ્ધ ઉપયોગે કાઢી લેવું કામ. So as soon as our chit or relative conscious is free from file, we should go back to I am Shuddhatma, I am pure soul self, keep on doing that and keep on recharging ourselves and enjoying the qualities of real self. Lalita ji, is that okay? Do you want to discuss or ask anything more in the fifth point? Then we can move to sixth.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's
Okay.
very clear. Thank you.
It's very clear. Agna sticker. નિશ્ચય સતતમાં લક્ષમાં રહે તે માટે પહેલી 2 આજ્ઞાનું સ્ટીકર નજર પડે ત્યાં લગાડવું. Well, as far as my understanding goes, most of the Mahatmas, and especially the sincere Mahatmas, have the Prajna Shakti and Dada's Krupa inside, which keeps on bringing us to Shuddhatma, which keeps on awakening and alarming us and keeps on bringing us back to Shuddha Upyog. So this is something external resource that if I put the sticker somewhere and if I look there, then I may be reminded. But I think that's the inferior means or tool. If one is benefited, one can keep that also. But sometimes what happens that it also becomes old. So after a couple of days, it loses its impact because we are seeing daily. So now that's old for me, and that doesn't really give me the thrust to come back to my Shuddhatma. But still, if it is helping somebody, one can do that. Nothing wrong about that. But what I feel is there is inner Prajna Shakti Dadaji is installed, which always will, from moment to moment, will keep on reminding us, keep on alerting us, and that's more than enough. So if we remain sincere to Dada Bhagwan, if we say, Dada Bhagwan, you be with me all the time and you just lead me to the Shuddha Upyog or give me the strength, and I think that's so. So the in nutshell, the things coming from within is much more powerful, much more important, much more lively, much more resulting, giving, as far as I think. But still, one can have the stickers relative and real Shuddhatma, whatever way you want it to be. So our present generation uses this sort of thing, that they put reminder in the mobile or they put reminder on the wall. But for the really the sincere Mahatmas, I think we have much more than that. Anything to be asked about that, or shall I go ahead?
Go ahead.
No. Yes, એડવાન્સમાં નક્કી કરવું. જ્યાં જોવાનું ચૂકાઈ જાય છે એવા અનુભવ હોય તે એડવાન્સમાં નક્કી કરો ને શુદ્ધાત્મા જુઓ. This is important that so many times we have experienced that with particular files in a particular situation we may lose or we may not be able to keep our Shuddhupyog or we may not be able to see Shuddhatma. So here what I do is, it's something like that I prepare before actual surgery. Or you prepare before actually the guest is going to come. So here this is inner preparation that I tell myself that, hey, Dada Bhagwan, give me the strength to see Shuddhatma in the file who is to come or in the situation which is to come. So once I organize myself from within, that will enable my Shuddhupyog. So I will give you two humorous examples. In India, the kite flying festival, Uttarayan or Makar Sankranti, is a maddening festival. Everybody's chit goes into kites and and every terrace is full. So once we did the experiment that before going to terrace or before the Uttarayan, morning we prayed to Dada Bhagwan, said for a while that, hey, Dada Bhagwan, during the day, many phases will unfold about this kite flying Uttarayan and give us the strength to remain in Shuddhatma and to see Shuddhatma. Let the file one do whatever he. And then that allowed us to remain calm. Shuddhatma file one is enjoying or whatever he's doing or mixing or not mixing. And it also kept us in a center to see relative real Shuddhatma in all around us, even between all this halla gulla. So this is the power of Gothavani or Gothavani before the things or before the files or before the events or before the situations. So similarly, we have experienced this many, many times that if we decide, we Gothavani in advance, or we decide and have the inner organization, so the pure Gothavani, it works throughout the event or throughout the day. I'd shared another example with you all, I think, a couple of times, that once we were at Pankaj Kapadia's place in California, and I had a sort of intuition or kept a simple suggestion that before starting the day, we used to sit for a few minutes in puja room with a host, whosoever used to be there, Mahatma, because we kept roaming it with two different Mahatma's place. So with Pankaj Bhai that day, we did prayers and little vidhis, and then we had this samayik of forward seeing what is to unfold during the day. And Dadaji give us the strength to have the Shuddhupyog in the unfoldings. And throughout the day, it worked very well, even though the things were against Pankaj Bhai's prakriti of punctuality and time and other things. So this is the power of Shuddhupyog, which will transcend the prakrutic reactions, prakrutic designs, events, anything, and will allow us to see Shuddhatma. So these are different, and I think it's very well compiled here, whosoever has done that, and from one's own experience, that these are different steps given. How can we remain better in this first and second? Actually, both are together relatively.
Saileshanandji did it.
That's a nicely done points. He has compiled all the points from our satsangs. Different times we discuss the different steps or prayogs or some things. So here he has put all in one place. So આજ કામ કરવું છે, બહાર કામ માટે નહીં, પણ ફક્ત શુદ્ધાત્મા જોવા જાઉં છું એવું રાખવું. I will have a little modification here that the file one may go for any purpose. For example, Shailesh's file one goes to clinic to dispose the files. You may go to market to file one. Your file one may be going to market to purchase the things, or during the day, except for the people who are retired, the people may have various files. So with a relative responsibility. So the third and fourth Agna will also come there. But the only thing is, I should pray and have the inner organization that while whatever is unfolding in relative, along with the disposing files amicably with equanimity, Dadaji give me the inner strength to have the Shuddhupyog to look Shuddhatma in everybody. So when I'm going for walking, it is simple that, okay, I'm going for, not for file one is going for walking, but I'm going for seeing Shuddhatma. But during the day, if I want to keep this Shuddhupyog, I should pray that during all the unfolding relative phases, according to Vyavasthit, and while disposing all the files amicably with equanimity, Dadaji, give me the inner strength to have this Shuddhupyoga to see Shuddhatma in everyone. So this is how I think we can do. Ninth, he says, Vyavharnu Mahatva Gatadu. Well, again, this is for the beginners who, while weighing the relative and real, may get lost in relative. I would use the word lost in relative because the relative is so important and that maintaining all relative vyavhar. So the real may take the back seat. But again, I would feel that for all the sincere Mahatmas, it's not that you undervalue the relative or overvalue the real. Both are having their own parallel place. Dadaji told me within 1 week of getting the Gyan that Shailesh, both should go parallel, relative and real. Relative can never become real, real can never become relative. We are very sure. So let relative flow in its own place according to Vyavasthit. And as far as the relative is taken care, that means files are disposed amicably with equanimity, it will allow me to remain in Shuddhatma. If I am failing in relative, if my files are not getting disposed appropriately with Sambhav, it won't allow me to remain in Shuddhatma. Whenever the relative gets haywire, the real also gets disturbed. So my understanding about this is, yes, two sentences help me that the relative is nikali, it is to be disposed. So this word of Dadaji, relative, itself keeps relative as a relative, means itself keeps its. And then Dadaji gave two beautiful words, nikali and superfluous. So he says it remains superfluous in relative. Relative is nikali, it is getting disposed. So I will not get lost into relative. But at the same time, relative is well taken care of, and I will be able to remain in Shuddhatma or the pure self. So, 10 માસ માટે જ વ્યવહારની બધી જ બાબતો બાજુ પર રાખી શુદ્ધાત્મા નિશ્ચયમાં કરતી. Well, 10 mass is 10 months. I could not understand why there's a word 10 months. It's an ongoing, continuous process till we will reach our absolute state of being, till we have the absolute Keval Gnan, or till we reach our absolute state, complete state, Purnima. So let it be a continuous flow of our Shuddhapyo. Okay. Anything to be discussed, Lalitaji here?
You want me to go to the second page?
This thing was in 2010. These handouts were given, and Saileshanandji sent me the whole thing in Gujarati. So I think it was like this was the Purusharth from October 2010 to July 2011. I think that was what the 10 months, although it's not quite 10 months. But
okay, maybe that way. I'm not sure.
I think that's the context.
Yeah, maybe, but for us,
yeah, it has to be Nirantar.
It's a Nirantar.
Yes.
Okay, you want it to the second page?
Yeah.
પકડો છોડો વ્યવહારની પકડો છોડશો તો શુદ્ધાત્મા વધારે સહેલાઈથી દેખાશે. Well, from one angle, this is what you can say is trying to teach step by step. But as we see, for us, the things are continuous, ongoing, so different things will unfold. So what I see is what is hindering my this Shuddhapyo. And there may be n number of things. And in that light, when I pray Dadaji, everything gets, because it's something like while you are driving a car, not necessarily 1, 2, 3, 4 things will come to you. There are so many things around in that light which is happening and which you are seeing. But yes, for understanding, you can understand different things one by one, but the application will be simultaneous. So the things have changed here.
1 minute. I lost it.
The display has changed. But see, one thing, when I see where my Shuddha Upyog is getting lost, when can I not see Shuddhatma? When can I not remain in my Shuddhatma? One of the thing is whenever the file one Shailesh has, I don't have any insistence, I don't have any hold, or I don't hold on, I am Shuddhatma. But whenever Shailesh has insistence, adamancy, or Shailesh grabs onto something, or rather to say stuck onto something, then the Shuddha Upyog will get disturbed. So he says that look at that, and whenever required or wherever required, your relative insistence and wherever you are getting caught, when that will mellow down or that will be cleared, naturally the Shuddha Upyog will be better. So that is everybody's experience. 11th is છૂટા પડી જાઓ, જાત સાથે વાતચીત કરવી. That is what we are doing right now. That Shailesh may have insistence, Shailesh may have this. So I am Shuddhatma, I am looking at Shailesh and talking to Shailesh. So he says that talk from within, in light of Prajna Shakti, when we talk to file 1, so we can understand that this is file 1's part and I am Shuddhatma. That's so વાતચીત કરવાનો પ્રયોગ. Prayog to talk to file 1, either whenever you are free, either during the day, whenever required, throughout the day, or in a mirror. The best practice may be a mirror samahik. So in mirror, Vaishali Ben is seen and you can talk to Vaishali Ben, something like that. So that is a vachit. So prayog. 12th is gati dhimi karvi. He says that nowadays we are all in a haste or speedily working world. So if we slow down, then upyog will remain better. So this is what he's trying to say here. Again, we can talk to file 1, that below normal is also not good, above normal is also not good. So come to normal. That's what I can tell Sailesh. But at the same time, if it is haste, I just see that where Shailesh is making haste. And if it is not haste, then also I'm the Shuddhatma as an overseer. So I just see my Prakruti, that where it is getting haste, means making haste, or where it is not making. And if I remain a Shuddhatma, that's fine, because see, there are many situations. I give you today's example. I had to go to hospital to relieve Madhvi was at the hospital, so I wanted to, I should reach the hospital by 7:15 a.m. in the morning. Due to certain circumstances, I got little late. So I saw Shailesh was trying to hurry up a little, because unless Shailesh reaches there, the other person will not be relieved. Something like that. So sometimes there is a need also, sometimes it is otherwise also. So that's all relative. Just see the relative or Shuddhatma. You can't make a rule. Sometimes you have to tell Shailesh that, please go little faster. So it is a need base, but the best thing is I remaining a Shuddhatma can keep Shailesh in its place wherever required. I can talk to Shailesh. So gati ધીમી કરવી, સ્વાનુભવ ડાયરી. So that રોજ રાત્રે આખા દિવસ દરમિયાન આજ્ઞા ક્યાં ચુકાઈ ગઈ છે ને કેટલી પાડી છે લખું. Well, those who can do that would be a good thing. But even if reviewing the thing is more than a diary, because in a diary also you will need some time, something. You can do that. It's reinforcing your pusha. See, actually it's reinforcing the things that where I have missed and where I should keep and how I should keep. But otherwise, even if we sit for 10 minutes and pray Dadaji and review the day, I think that will have a marvelous, very good effect even within a few days. અભેદતા બધામાં શુદ્ધાત્મા દેખાય એટલે અભેદતા થાય તે હું જ છું એવું લાગે. That's fine. જેવો હું શુદ્ધાત્મા છું સામો પણ શુદ્ધાત્મા છે એટલે શુદ્ધાત્મા એ કરીને બધા એક જ છે. This is something that as soon as if I don't see relate શુદ્ધાત્મા into someone, then all the relative effects will start. But if no sooner I see Shuddhatma into somebody, I also come in Shuddhatma, and the effect of or benefits of Shuddhatma state and bliss will start. So that's fine. But Abheta is not so simple. Even though I'm seeing Shuddhatma, my relative self will not allow me to experience or feel oneness unless and until the relative is cleared so much, unless and until relative also understands that I'm not behaving with the other person, it is affecting me first. So there are few more steps before really we start experiencing oneness with others. Seeing Shuddhatma is most important step, but at the same time, my relative self, which is coming in between to experience oneness, has to be cleaned up in certain aspects, cleaned up from opinions, should have the Shuddha Prem beginning, should understand that I am not doing to others, it is me only.
Mhm.
Okay, anything more? 14 points or anything?
That's for Agna 1 and 2.
So yeah, this is Agnya. So 2 may have certain additional aspects, but 1 and 2 always go hand in hand.
Correct.
You can't have relative without real, you can't have real without real. So when you see relative and real, yes, relative has certain other dimensions, how to take relative, how to handle relative, the thing. And that's certain more dimensions may be there, but at least relative and real both go hand in hand. So my simple experience and journey is once in the morning, we start with Gothavani for the day. That is Dada Bhagwan during various phases, give me the inner strength and so I can see relative real, I can have the upyog of 5 Agnyas and intermittently reviewing it. And when you sit and pray Dada Bhagwan, you don't have to think. Dada will tell you from within that, okay, look at this corner, pray for this corner, pray for this corner, pray for, and then the journey will go on. So it's a live journey. Ours is a Chetan journey. It's a Chaitanya Shuddhatma Dada Bhagwan has given us. Chaitanya Pragna Shakti has been enlightened. And this Chaitanya journey ultimately will not require points and books. Ultimately, it will be a spontaneous journey. But yes, it helps us. That is agreeable. But ultimately, it is a spontaneous life journey. And Dadaji has given us whatever was required has been given wonderfully by Dadaji. So Dadaji used to say that Bharat had to keep the servants and bell to him, and I have put you inside you, which doesn't need real.
Right.
But nice.
Okay, Elizabeth? Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand, Saileshanandji.
Jai Satchidanand.
My question is along the lines of what you just said. I have 2-part question. One is, you said this is a journey, but part of Vaishali feels like when there is, my hisab is with a lot of guests. So constantly I have mehmans coming in and out, in and out. And dealing with different prakritis, I get caught up. And then I feel like I don't make enough time to do Gnan-related things. But I'm getting in the doership instead of feeling like I don't have to do anything to remain in Gnan. It's something that I just live. But the intellect part still tells me, I didn't get a chance to do my vidhi today, or I didn't get to do so that means I'm off the balance, like those things have to be done. So how do I explain that to the intellect part, that this is not a path of doership? It's something that you're already separate from your real relative. And how do I practically remind myself, or do I just put an intention out and then it will be reminded?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to share with you. I'll quickly share this. See, my sister Madhvi was admitted on Thursday to the hospital for knee replacement, and Friday was the surgery. And so these 3 days, Shailesh Bhai had to go to other hospital, take care of, and with the other doctors, other theaters. But it was so simple. I'm Shuddhatma, Dada Bhagwan, remain with me, and whosoever was unfolding, I just see the, as far as possible, relative real Shuddhatma, then Shailesh was taking care, Prakruti, whatever was required. So sometimes that again come back. So, and one Mahatma was coming at night for taking care. So in the morning, we just did the satsang. See, the avasthas are unfolding. We spoke few Siddhastuti words and just came to the same thing, that whatever the avasthas are unfolding, let me remain in Shuddhatma, try to see Shuddhatma. So guests are not really very big challenge. So the Vyavasthit is bringing them and taking them away. You just remain Shuddhatma and tell Vaishali that you do your job smilingly. It is not a very catching your heart. Accept your own designs or prejudices. It's very
Yes.
simple. But you tell that I'm Shuddhatma, and whosoever comes, let me see relative real Shuddhatma. And you give Vaishali single point agenda. Dispose the files amicably with equality. સંભાવથી ફાઇલોનો નિકાલ કરો, સાથે સાથે શક્ય હોય તો વૈશાલીના મન વચન કાયથી સૌને સુખતા. That's
Yeah.
as simple. You
Yeah,
don't
I
have
think-
any other objective. Let them do whatever they want to do according to their Prakriti. So this keeps Vaishali's Prakriti also simple and happy. And you as Shuddhatma can see the relative real Shuddha. See, I have come to the experience that whatever you do or not do, this mind, speech, body, according to its capacity, according to its connectivity, or according to its hisab, whatever you name it. I don't name hisab very because the hisab words brings botheration and burden on me. Oh, hisab.
Right. Yeah.
So I just say whatever is unfolding circumstances or avasthas of Shailesh. Shailesh is never going to be without avastha.
Yeah.
Guest or be guest or no guest or whatever.
Yeah.
And if there is no film, what Shuddhatma will see?
Yeah.
So Shuddhapayog is every moment. That's what I'm saying. Doing Vidhi is just trying to enforce Shuddhapayog. Here you are lucky to keep Shuddhapayog all throughout. If you can't do Vidhi, this seeing Shuddhatma and remaining in the moment with the Agna is biggest Vidhi.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry to say, but I'm not able to do full Charan Vidhi any single day nowadays. I can't do that. But then I can keep my Shuddhapayog. And I use whatever Siddha Stuti or whatever is required for my Chetan state of being.
Yeah. I
So-
think what I
so-
realize in this conversation is that the reason I feel like they're the problem, meaning
Yes.
that this file is a problem, is because
You are not happy with the guest coming.
no, it
Vaishali,
almost feels
Vaishali.
like it almost feels like things aren't going my way, right? I mean, earlier you said
Who?
pakado chodo, so
Who's my is who?
Vaishali's way, Vaishali's way. Things don't go Vaishali's way, so she needs
Yes.
something to point fingers at. It's not because of this or that. So
Yes.
problem is not the situations outside of me.
Mhm.
The problem is here in
Yes.
Vaishali.
Yes.
I get that.
And second thing, it's good to do Vidhi. It's good to do Kirtan Bhakti. It's good to remain in Satsang. But Dadaji categorically said
Mhm.
that files are first, fourth Agnya, then the fifth Agnya
Right.
comes. And we can leave it in the amongst or amidst everything.
Yeah.
So if we have spare time, it is good. So these are all beginning steps.
Yeah.
That you do punctually Vidhi, you do punctually Kirtan Bhakti to keep your Chetan Avastha in force or in awakened state. But once you are done with that, yes, try that you can do Vidhi. Dadaji, give me that much time that I can, Vaishali can. But otherwise, what is Vidhi? It is all breath in and breath out is Vidhi.
Yeah.
It's,
And I think
it's
what I
staying
realize is,
relatively rare.
yeah, and I see the mind playing the way it does things, because when there's no guests for a long period of time, then the mind complains, oh, your social life is so dead. You have nobody
Yeah.
to hang out
So
with.
mind speaks both ways.
Yeah, it works. So it's just a mind thing. I have another question, but you can go ahead and
Yeah,
take
please.
Mirabel's question, and then I'll come back to the second part. Jai
But
Satchidanand.
am I okay about this thing which
Oh,
I'm
it was
sharing?
very clear. It was very clear. I understood. Thank you.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Because that gives you the another how the file one is unfolding in different situations.
Yeah.
So that's why I shared my recent example.
Yeah.
So one has to go through many phases. So Dadaji gave another simple, very beautiful sentence. Whether we go to cremation home or whether we go to somebody's marriage, we are same.
Mhm.
Can you understand that? Or whether we are put in jail or we are put in mahal or palace, we are
Yeah.
same.
We're same.
We same, both are same. A.M. Patel as well as Shuddhatma. Shuddhatma Dada Bhagwan is always, but even A.M. Patel has
Yeah.
equanimity of in all avasthas or phases.
Yes.
And our mind, why we get caught up into mind? Mind has liking and disliking.
Mhm.
Mind likes certain guests and mind doesn't like certain guests. So why we should get caught into that?
Yeah.
We should know Vaishali is liking, Vaishali is not disliking. Not Vaishali, Vaishali's mind is liking, Vaishali's mind is not liking. And be the knower and seer of the mind.
Yeah.
So once we get out of the mind or once we become knower and seer of the mind, many things, puzzles will go away.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Mirabel?
Jai Satchidanand, Saileshanandji, Jai Satchidanand, Rajnikanka, and all the Mahatmas. Vaishali Ben, your questions are always amazing because they are so
They're real,
similar to
practical.
and they're so similar to what I am going through also, and I appreciate all of the nyan that comes forth to help. My question actually is on that last line of Pulinananji's list, that line number 14, and to some level to what Vaishali Ben also said. I also have lots of guests that come to my house, lots of guests, my in-laws, friends, like it kind of has a rolling cyclical life, right? They more and more and more and more, and then sometimes I really the Purusharth is my question, because I look at everyone as Shuddhatma. By relative viewpoint, they are whoever that relation is. By real viewpoint, they are Shuddhatma. What I'm finding is it is easier for me. This is my two-part question. It is easier for me, or 1.1.2, easier for me to look at this existing ongoing samudra that comes, the sagar that comes, rather than who's in my own house as Shuddhatma. And that is something that I'm really sometimes struggling with, because I will say, like, for instance, we had a random guest come yesterday. I opened the door. There was something, we weren't expecting him, and I was leaving and I came back because this guest was home. And I was, this Meera was like furious, because I'm like, oh my God, nobody told me. I don't know if I have enough milk at home. I don't know if I have it. Like you don't know what's there, right, for this person. But I saw that person as Shuddhatma. Okay, he has come. He's our guest. He's our mehman. I'm happy. At home, though, I was furious at everyone that was there. Why didn't you let me know? At least I could have prepared for this and all this.
Yes.
And how do I that is my second part of my question. How do I ensure that Purusharth I'm looking at these the 14 items. So maybe before every day, every morning, because we don't know when the guest is coming, should I just say, let me see everyone as Shuddhatma? How do I manage that? Thank you, Saileshanandji.
So one thing is, I'm Shuddhatma. That's for sure.
Yes.
So now to remain steady in Shuddhatma is my first job.
Yes.
So I look at Miraben also, when Miraben is at ease or when Miraben is puzzled because of the situation. And sometimes rightly so, not always. So Miraben is also not wrong. Miraben is a relative correct. So I see Miraben and I talk to Mira, means in your place, I talk to Mira. Okay, situation. Okay, pull down.
Yes.
Do
Yes.
the things, whatever you
Yes.
can do,
Yes.
amicable equanimity. There's no need to become emotional also.
Correct.
So guest has come
Correct.
also brings one emotion with it.
Correct.
So inside, get out of that emotion. These are files to be
Yes.
disposed amicably with equanimity.
Yes. Yes.
Then see what best can be done. And other thing, you can always try. See, there is nothing wrong in trying to talk in Vyavhar or try to get organized. So you can talk with your husband or whoever is there, other mates that uh, is welcome. But for better organization, it is better if some intimation is there. So we can plan out this. So at ease, and you can friendly tell your who other nimitz at home, so who may be instrumental to for mehmans to come or guests to come. If they are coming due to you, directly connected with you, then you can slowly spread word that I feel happy, but sometimes I'm bound with other work. So I will all be happier if you inform me, or if mutually we decide the time. In US, nobody can go without calling anybody. Even a home member cannot go to anybody.
I
So,
know.
and I don't know what happens if somebody goes without calling or without intimation. So slowly you have right to spread the word that for the public, or sometimes humorously you can say also that everybody has a personal life, also personal time also. So that is fine. But when the situation is unfolding, coming, you tell Mira, cool down.
Cool down. Got it.
And do normally without any emotional getting upset. Do whatever. Second thing. Second thing, what bothers us many a times is guests have come, so at least I should do this and do this rasoi and something should be in order, or how kariye to guests sachwaye. Uh, I think we have to, that's our own design or notion is bothering us. Guests have come, whatever is possible in that situation. Dadaji said another wonderful thing. ઘરે રોટલી ને પાપડ, રોટલી ને અથાણું હોય, એક બે વસ્તુ તો એક બે જ ખવડાવજો, વાંધો નહીં, પણ ભાવથી કરજો. અને 10 વસ્તુ બનાવો પણ અંદર ભાવ બગડે તો એ વસ્તુ બરોબર નથી. So with prem, you can say that in a given time, I have been able to prepare 2-3 things. But when they see your heart is good about, I think the files will not have any claims. Instead, we try to make 7, 8, 10 items, and in doing that, my back is hurting, and my mind also starts hurting, and my bhav also gets spoiled.
Yes.
So, despite eating 10 things, they may have different feeling. So, I think these little small clues may be helpful to us. Right?
Jai Satchidanand. Thank you, Shailesh. I will tell Meera that. Thank you.
So these are all files. But yes, at the same time, be transparent, be open, talk to your own family members also, talk to sometimes, let the guests also know that this is not a dharamshala that anyone can go and come and the staff is always there.
With Sambhave Nikal, I'll do that.
Sambhave Nikal. And the third point, Samabhave Nikal is very important thing to understand. Sambhave Nikal ma Dadaji has said is both the things. Don't stick to anything, don't push away anything. So at the same time, how long the guests will come, till they feel that, oh, they are always welcoming, they are always friendly, they are always doing everything for us. So be neutral. So let them, okay, what's the purpose? Okay, finish that and go get off. So don't foster the files too much with your Vyavhar beliefs. You get my point?
That is very
Probably,
powerful. Yes.
probably difficult to get into that.
Yes, that is very
But
powerful. Yes.
it's something like there are so many patients. I finish the work nicely, but the doctor immediately moves to next chamber. He doesn't remain strict because he knows that he will not move away. He will take more of my chair time, and I have to do so politely, nicely moves to other chamber, and that finished into another chamber.
Okay. I know it's so powerful and so simple, and thank you. Yes. Yes. I do Meera
हमारा बुरा नहीं दिखे, ऐसी हमारी एक नोशन में हम ज्यादा उसको आल पंपाल में लगते हैं. Is more than five. So somebody asked दादाजी कि फाइलों का संभाव से निपटारा करना, मैंने फाइल को राजी करना. तो दादाजी बोले राजी करना नहीं करना ऐसा नहीं, नाराज नहीं हो जाए उतना ही देखना है, क्लेम न रखे, राजी करने मत जाओ.
You have to explain that to me, Saileshanandji. I'm sorry. Yes.
राजी करने मैंने डोंट गो please the files. It's not our job to please the files. It's our only job is that the files are not displeased or they don't have any claims for us.
Okay. Okay. No.
It's not our endeavor to please everybody who comes to us. It's our endeavor that nobody puts a claim onto us and nobody is hurt.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Okay, I'm writing that down. Yes, because I have to. That's going to be my Agna sticker. That will be one of my stickers.
No, otherwise, what will happen? The world, people will come on pouring. So this is a nice house. We get peace. We get good food. We get this. We get that. We are free. Let's go to Meera. Meera's house.
But Saileshanandji, when you're in an extended family, that dynamic is different. The relatives aren't coming to see Vaishali, or Vaishali doesn't have the desire to serve them, full Gujarati thali. But my mother-in-law does. She wants to. So then the whole, your schedule gets taken off, shaken off. Then you have to serve the way they want to serve them. So the whole dynamic kind of shifts. So the guests are filed. You don't have any ill intention towards the guest. They're welcome. But in my mind, it starts going to a place of, oh, this is so you start dreading it, instead of welcoming them. So
that's what all I thought. So ભાવ બગાડ્યા વગર જેટલું થાય એટલું કરજો.
Yeah.
ધીમે ધીમે સાસુ નહીં સમજાવવાનું.
Right. Working on it.
Yeah, I can stretch myself, but my spines will not. Someday I'll not be able to do anything more.
Yeah.
Someday. Anyway, you know the way. This is just the gist of the thing which we are trying to share.
So sorry,
No, this is perfect. I'm just saying, Jay Sajidan, this is exactly perfect. Thank you, Jay.
Another aspect of Vyavhar I'm sharing with you. Meeraji is lost. Dadaji said one another sentence. See, this is all a cumulative thing. Don't take one single at one. These are all angles. Dadaji said the donkey, as long as healthy, people will go on putting the weight on that donkey. Unless the donkey goes to the care home, he is not relieved. So Vyavhar is like that. So long as people feel that you are taking load, you are able to, will go putting the load. So pray Dadaji will show you the way out.
My question, the second part of my question was, Saileshanandji, growing up in an Indian family, you're taught to be good girls, right? So you don't speak up against your elders.
No.
And a lot of times my intellect kind of twist the Gnan in that sense too, that they're elders, they're your parents, you don't speak up against them. But at what point there is a healthy boundary where Vaishali feels like she's being heard, or is Vaishali supposed to live completely lamb-like and surrender and don't have any, preferences? And how do I set this boundary?
No, it's not. See, Vaishali with love can always say that, okay, mom, can I have my time? Go to your room 1 to 4 for rest or whatever dealing. Or mom, can I be with my children for a while? Can I do it? So you take out your times.
No,
You
those things happen. Yes, those kind of things are not I'm talking about on a bigger level, right? Like, for example, if somebody is coming over for a guest, their insistence it should be basudi puri, sikhand, blah, 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 the full meal. And my thing is, can we just make, pav bhaji? It's a one item deal. You're done with it, There's a lot of conflicts because their thinking is atithi devo bhava, right? You've got to treat them with full on respect and for some reason we can't be on the same page because belief is that punya khavdavati wo punya made, and I get it, that you feed others and you get their punya. But there's, and I try. I'm not saying sometimes
see these are belief-based things. So pray Dadaji that how can I work with the beliefs? And not really, they will not be able to leave their beliefs totally. But at the same time, if you can with love convey sometimes that yes, I would also honor that, but see, there are some limitations of time, limitations of doing other things, limitations of the body. So I feel you would be happy mutually, or otherwise tell that, okay, Vaishali is happy to can do happily this much. Would you share? Would you join hands and put
that we do.
somebody's shoulder?
Yeah.
But with love. See, the whole key is, I think, at inner level, we should not get spoiled. Whatever we do, વ્યવહાર કરવાની છૂટ છે. અંદર બગાડવા ના દેશો, ભાવ ના બગાડશો. પ્રેમથી બધું કરો અને પ્રેમથી કરો.
There is an inner conflict sometimes though, because between the intellect mind and the
I fully understand. Yeah. But pray Dadaji will show the way out. Because if you want to go by your intellect, or see, America is a country of independence. You can do that. Okay, let me have my own life, or I also have my own life. Don't enter into my space. People say that. But I'm sure that in your scenario and with Agnan, you will not be able to do that. And even if you do that, probably it will not be having very harmonious outcome. So work a slow way, pray Dadaji, and find out your timings. Otherwise, second thing which I told, that inner clarity is more important. Let the 15 people come. Nobody can enter into me.
Yeah, that is correct.
Good in drama and still be in Shuddhatma without burdenless and botherationless. Burden and botheration is more out of our own beliefs. Out of our prakriti, because it should be like that. I know it's so mental level.
That's where the problem comes in, is because the inner part.
Stop counting the guests.
No, I'm not counting the guests.
No, I'm just joking. Today, 4 people come, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. What is this?
No,
stop counting. These are all circumstances, nothing more than that.
True.
But at the same time, work your whatever you have to look to Vaishali file 1 also.
Yeah.
So with love, you can chart out your way.
What I'm seeing is that the reason this happens is because file number 1 gets so tanmayakar, it gets so caught up in the drama of whatever is happening on the outside. Is that's why I feel like there's
So let file 1's machine. See, actually Prakriti and Vyavasthit are tuned up. they will sahaj bhave, the things will keep on happening, Nikal.
Yeah.
We remain in our place. It is out of these all complexes which makes the thing heavier or bothering. Otherwise, Prakriti, Vyavasthit, everything is tuned. Let it allow Sahaj Bhave. Stop counting.
Yes,
Stop
I
putting the
understood.
labels.
Yeah.
This should be there, this should not be there.
Yeah. So what I'm understanding is work on me. Don't worry about what's happening on the outside.
Yeah, that means more benefit will come by working with
Of course.
your
Yeah.
one. Less benefit may accrue by working outside. Still,
Correct.
you have the right. You can always express yourself. It's nothing. See, in my clinics also sometimes happens. Sometimes there are patients in line and sometimes there are aram na divso. So when there are patients in line after working for 3 continuous hours, Silas gets tired. So I tell my staff that, is it possible now? Stop here.
Yeah.
So my staff understands that Saab is exhausted
Yeah.
or something like that. Still, I may have to see a couple of them.
Right.
Not to drive away the patients or something like that. But still I express, and that's a fact that now my physical energy has come to a point when it's getting dragged.
Yeah.
But you can express yourself quietly, coolly, with love and other things. And if it happens, well and good. If it doesn't happen, then also well and good. Something.
Yeah. Jai Satchidanand.
Okay, Saileshan, our time is up. Can you do 3 months of please follow?
Yeah, sure.
We shall
Lalita ji, anything, any end remark?
No, it was a lively discussion.
Okay.
That was good. Thank you.
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo
Namo
Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Loye Sawa Sahunam.
Namo Lui Sabha Sahanam.
Aiso Panchanamukkaro.
Eso Panchanamukkaro.
Sawa Pavapanasano.
Savvapavapanasano.
Mangalanam cha Sauvesim.
Mangalanam cha Savesim.
Padmam Havai Mangalam.
Padmam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Satchidanand. Mahatma, our next program will be tomorrow morning at 6:30. Busy. Please join. Thank you. Thank you, Saileshanandji, Mahatma.
Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand.